Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Here goes Mama Neeson here with little Noah. Hey, little Noah, how you doing? Give everyone a smile. A big smile. Ooh. All right, so Noah's a little tired right now. And Mama came here. We came into this wonderful raw food supermarket.
Yeah.
And what is Andrea going to drink today? Now tell everyone your addiction to kombucha and like just you know, that you're going to start making a change and why you have that addiction and why you think it's not the
Well,
ideal.
I just am really into, you know, refreshing drinks, and I enjoy the kombucha and getting in, and but now I'm kind of switching over to more like teas and herbal drinks. You know, I'm still growing and learning too, but kombucha is definitely something that I have been addicted to, I will admit now. So maybe now that I have admitted it, I can move on. But I still, you know, I might get one, you know, so if you guys see me drinking one, you know that I'm not perfect. I'm still in the process of, you know, to ultimate health. So it's a journey.
All right, everybody, this is Paul Neeson, the man who takes away everyone's pleasures. Don't eat cacao, don't drink kombucha.
The problem with kombucha is mainly the sugar. You know, when they ferment it, they don't ferment all the sugar out, so you're still just drinking sugar water, and that's why people like it so much, because it's sweet water, it's sugar water. So instead, we want to be drinking coconut water, you know, because coconut water is natural sweet water, not, you know, sugar water. If you want sugar water, you know, drink Coca-Cola.
So the sugar
soda. Man, if you have real kombucha, a good brand, you know, I won't mention any brands, but some of the brands that look really bright and colorful, like they look like they're artificially colored. I mean, kombucha masters, they don't care about profitability. They want the best quality stuff, right? So they know and they can test and taste when the sugar's gone and when it starts to ferment, and but they get it before it starts to go into the alcoholic stage. But on the big scale mass production kombuchas, you know, a lot of them just don't really care. And, you know, they'll harvest it too early, so it'll still be sweet, and all the sugar's not out of it yet. So you're basically drinking, you know, a sugar water drink.
And another problem with the kombucha is it was traditionally used as a medicinal drink when people were taking in very small quantities for medicinal purposes. Today, people are using it as a refreshing drink, and they're taking massive amounts, 16 ounces at a time. That's not the way and the idea typically behind kombucha. So if you know, somebody that comes from Japan and up in her attic she's making kombucha and she's been doing it for 50 years and she knows how to do it, that is something different than what you would find in a store off the shelf that has something floating around, who knows what it is inside it, with all these different colors in it and all these different flavoring. At least, if you're going to buy this, if you're so addicted to it and you don't believe us, at least when you go to get it, get the non-flavored one at least. And you'll see it doesn't taste as sweet, and most people don't get that one because they just don't like it because it doesn't taste as sweet. Well, there's a reason why it doesn't taste as sweet. We have to think about that. Just look at the amount of sugars on there, on the one that's not flavored, and you'll see a big difference. So you got to say, where's all this sugar coming from on the flavored one? Well, exactly as John said, they're adding all these artificial sweeteners to it, and you're pretty much drinking sugar water, and it's not healthy. And I know a lot of people out there are addicted to kombuchas, and they'll say, oh, that's not true, that's wrong. But we don't profit off telling you this. There's no reason we have to tell you this other than we care about your health. If you want a medicinal drink, you know, use it, you know, a couple of ounces at a time at most for medicinal purposes. But if you want a refreshing drink, coconut water is a great answer. Or here's an idea, just get some regular water and put some lemon juice in it, and if you want to add some stevia, and you have a fresh lemonade. But if you're so worried about getting probiotics, and that's the reason you use an excuse to drink kombucha, trust me, there's much better places to get probiotics than from this sugar water that they find in a store that you have to spend a lot of money on. At least buy a probiotic supplement. Make some raw sauerkraut with cabbage. That has some natural probiotics in there, and it's not going to ferment the same way this sugar water would. So there's much better ways to get probiotics than to go to the store and use this as an excuse to get a high sugar drink. So, you know, we want you to be healthy, and we want you to be careful, because it can be very addicted, because people are addicted to things that have sugar in it and taste so great.
And I want to give some people some alternatives, you know, so if you're addicted to kombucha and you like that kombucha taste, and here's the 2 reasons why you're going to like it from what I determined. You're going to like it because A, the sugar content, or B, the carbonation, because you don't probably drink a lot of things with carbonation, and you miss that. And I miss that sometimes. So here's my recipe that I like to do to, like, you know, that I like to do instead of kombucha, but for you it could be something to wean you off kombucha, and it's really good. All you do is you make some fresh made orange juice. So I have an orange press where I press my own oranges, and then you just you use that and you use some naturally sparkling mineral water. So, you know, some mineral waters they actually add the carbonation to, but some mineral waters are actually bubbly as they come out of the ground. So I like to get the ones that are bubbly out of the ground. If you can't find that, just get the one with, you know, carbonation in it. Take some orange juice and like fill up most of the glass with orange juice. And then just a little bit of carbonation. So maybe 3/4 of the glass of orange juice and 1/4 of the glass of carbonation. And you could do this with things other than orange juice. Do it with apple juice, you know, fresh made apple juice. Do it with any kind of like juice.
I know some people that add ginger juice to it.
Yeah, you could do like, you could juice apples, lemon, and ginger, and then add the carbonation. Oh man, that's just so good. And this is you're drinking, you know, real sugar from the fruits, which are naturally occurring. It's not going to be excessively high in sugar, although I don't necessarily recommend juicing fruits too much because it can get high in sugar and we want to eat our fruits whole or blend them up. But if you're trying to get off kombucha, fruit juice is better than kombucha. So it's always good, better, best. Better than that would be a vegetable juice. And that's hardcore, man. Vegetable juice with sparkling mineral water. I've never tried that, so maybe you'll try that. But, you know, get off kombucha and eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, you know, blended, juiced, or whole. It's the way to go. So we have the Synergy brand here, and this is the brand that's most popular. You find in most every health food store everywhere. And I want to note, like, this one is the mango flavor and has basically mango puree in there. And now the mango puree, in my opinion, and I don't know this for sure, I don't think it could be raw, because if it was pure raw mango puree, it would ferment and go bad. And so, and it wouldn't look this bright fluorescent color. I mean, I don't know, I don't make too many juices that are like this bright of a color. And the other thing is that, you know, Paul mentioned the sugar content, and this one has 10 grams of sugar, and the serving size is 8 fluid ounces, but there's 2 servings per container, so that's actually 20 grams of sugar in this one. And if we take the High Country, and if I had to pick one, although, you know, I'd pick the High Country. It's a much better brand. And they're more realistic, actually. They say in this container there's basically 4 servings, and a serving should be 4 fluid ounces. So, I mean, most people will take this and just drink it in one sitting. I mean, if you drink 4 ounces one day and 4 ounces the next day, and, you know, that's probably fine. But, you know, this is a lot of sugar, and it's not probably necessarily the best thing for us. I mean, I think hopefully there's some coconuts over here somewhere, and drink some good coconut water, you know, make some fruit juice. Oh, so the sugar in here is actually 2 grams per serving, but then times it by 4, so then you have 8 grams. So that 8 grams of sugar versus 20 grams of sugar in the GT's brand. And I kind of look at the GT's brand as like, you know, the Coca-Cola of kombuchas, and like the High Country, you know, they're a smaller company, but I encourage you to make your own kombucha, or even, you know, support even local companies. Like in California where I am, there's some small local companies that, you know, they use honey as a sweetener, which is, I think, a much better sweetener than using like something like cane juice.
So I'm giving this lesson to our little baby Noah, who Mama's holding with the camera. Listen, Noah, don't ever drink this. This is no good, okay, Noah? Say no.
That's no good.
No kombucha, Noah.
Well, now after the kombucha lecture, I may have to opt out and go for something a little more fresh.
The best juices here are fresh vegetable juices. That's what we should be drinking. Good water. But we don't need these things, especially if they're not good for us. But people today are deceived, they're confused, and they like to use it as an excuse. They like to use it as an excuse that kombucha is okay. But if they really had real kombucha, the healthy way, they probably wouldn't even like the way it tastes. But it should be used as a medicinal medicine, not as a refreshing drink that people use it for. So I hope everyone out there that's using kombucha or enjoying kombucha realizes that if you're really interested in health, put down the kombucha. You know, and we don't have any motive for telling you this other than it's just not good for you. You know, there's so many things today that are raw that really aren't okay, but people just don't get it. They're deceived. So we have to understand, if you can't put it in the ground and it's not going to grow to more food, it's not the ideal food for your body. And if it comes in a bag, box, container, bottle, or can, it's not the best food, especially if it doesn't have an expiration date on it.
You know, kombucha here, I don't know what they are, but they're like $4 a pop. And, you know, that gets really expensive. It's much better to go to a juice bar and get a fresh juice for $4, in my opinion.
All right, everybody. So there you have it, the scoop on kombucha. So put it down, turn around, and get something good to drink. All right, everybody. This is Paul Neeson with John Kohler saying have a great day and a
great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.